My name is Monica Harris, 39 years old, single mother of one. When the company I work for offered to send me to a 2-week seminar in Atlanta, I was overjoyed. It felt like a new chapter in my life, a door finally opening after years of struggle. Mom, I'll be back soon. It's just a training, I told her over the phone. Without asking me, she snapped. You don't just travel and leave your mom behind like that. I sighed. Mom, I'm grown. It's work, not vacation. Her silence was heavy. I didn't know that silence was the beginning of war. 2 weeks later, when I walked into Mum's house, I was met with cold faces. Mum didn't hug me. My sister Brenda just folded her arms and said, "Look who finally decided to come back." I smiled weakly. I brought gifts. Mum hissed, "Keep your gifts. You left this house without respect." I thought she'd calm down after a few days, but I was wrong. One morning, I noticed Tiana, my 16-year-old daughter, washing Mum's laundry. "Baby, why didn't you tell me you were helping Grandma?" I asked. She looked down. "Grandma told me to. She said I need to learn hard work." Later that day, I found her scrubbing Brenda's bathroom floor. My stomach twisted. "Brenda, don't make my child your maid," I warned. She laughed. Maybe if her mum had respect, she'd teach her manners. That night, I heard Tiana crying. Mum started locking the kitchen, claiming, "You don't contribute to groceries anymore." When I tried to cook, she said, "Use your own pot. This is my house." Brenda backed her up at every turn. "Mum's right. You need to learn humility." I couldn't understand how my family had turned into strangers overnight. Tiana came home from school one afternoon, her uniform drenched in sweat. "Mum, Grandma said I can't eat until I finish cleaning the veranda," she whispered. I stormed into the sitting room. "Mum, enough is enough. She's just a child." Mum turned to me slowly. "She's learning the lesson her mother refuses to learn." I was speechless. Mrs. Coleman, our elderly neighbor, called out to me, "Monica, that child of yours is always working. Did she offend her grandmother?" I forced a smile. "Family discipline, ma'am." She shook her head. "Discipline shouldn't look like slavery." Her words echoed in my heart all night. One evening, I overheard Brenda on the phone. "She acts like she's better than us since she got that office job," she said. "She left Mum like she wasn't raised right." I confronted her. "You've been poisoning Mum against me." Brenda rolled her eyes. "You did that all by yourself." It was Saturday afternoon. I came home to find Tiana on her knees scrubbing the porch under the hot sun. "Mum said it must shine," she said weakly. When I tried to stop her, Mum came out shouting, "Don't you dare interrupt." "Mum, this is cruelty," I screamed. She raised her hand. "Don't talk to me like that in my house." That was the day I realized my mother no longer saw me as her daughter. 2 days later, I got a call from Tiana's school. "She fainted during class," the teacher said. At the hospital, the doctor frowned. "She's overworked and dehydrated." When I told Mum, she said, "Maybe she's pretending." That broke me. Late one night, I sat beside Tiana's hospital bed. "Mum, I can't go back there," she whispered. I kissed her forehead. "You won't, baby. We're leaving." I packed our things at dawn. When Mum woke up, she shouted, "You're running away again." "No, Mum. I'm protecting my daughter." And we walked out, for good. Our new apartment downtown was small but full of peace. We laughed while cooking, ate noodles on the floor, and prayed together. For the first time in months, we felt free. But my heart still ached for Mum. Relatives began calling. "Aunt Monica, Grandma said you disrespected her." I tried to defend myself, but gossip travels faster than truth. Aunt Lorraine finally said, "Ignore them. Peace is better than pain." One day, Brenda called me in tears. "Monica, Mum's blood pressure is up. She's not eating." I hesitated, but my heart softened. "I'll come." When I entered Mum's house, she was lying weakly on her bed. Her voice trembled. "Monica, I thought you'd never come." Tears filled my eyes. "Mum, I couldn't watch you hurt my child anymore." She squeezed my hand. I was angry. I felt left out. Mum began to cry. "I punished Tiana because I wanted you to feel my pain. I was wrong." I broke down. "I just wanted your support, Mum." For the first time in years, we hugged and cried like mother and daughter again. When I walked into the kitchen later, Brenda gave me a cold stare. "So she's forgiven you already?" Just like that. "Brenda, it's not a competition," I said gently. She slammed a plate down. "You always get away with everything." Her jealousy was burning hotter than ever. Tiana came to see Grandma the next day. "Mum, I forgive you," she said softly. Mum cried again. "You're a good girl." "I don't deserve it." That moment healed more than any doctor could. Mum began to improve. She called me every morning just to say, "I love you." Brenda hated it. She started avoiding me completely. I didn't chase her. I'd learned peace can't live where pride rules. A few months later, Brenda lost her job. She came crying to me. "Can I stay with you for a while?" I hesitated, but Tiana whispered, "Let's help her, Mum." We welcomed her in. At first, Brenda was polite. But soon, she started complaining. "This apartment too small. You should have gotten a bigger one," she said. I bit my tongue. Old habits die hard. Mum called me one evening. "Don't let bitterness grow again," she warned. "Even Brenda needs love, no matter how hard she is." I sighed. "I'll try, Mum." One night, Brenda accused me again. "You think Mum loves you more now." I looked her straight in the eye. "Love isn't a competition. Grow up, Brenda." She stormed out crying. But sometimes truth has to sting before it heals. Mum wrote us a letter. "My daughters, when I'm gone, remember that family is not about control, but care. Don't repeat my mistakes." I read it aloud with tears falling on the paper. Tiana graduated high school with honors. Mum came in her wheelchair, smiling proudly. "That girl has your strength, Monica." Brenda smiled too, though faintly. It was a start. An old friend, Mrs. Coleman, stopped by. "I'm glad things worked out," she said. "I used to worry about that child." Her words reminded me how far we'd come. Brenda started helping around the house, cooking dinner, and bonding with Tiana. "Mum used to make me jealous of you," she confessed one night. "She compared me to you all the time." I hugged her. "Let's end that cycle." Mum grew weaker but happier. "I'm proud of you girls," she whispered. "I can rest now knowing you're finally sisters." We both cried beside her bed. When Mum passed away peacefully in her sleep, it felt like a part of me went with her. At the funeral, Brenda held my hand tightly for the first time in years. Mum didn't leave us wealth, just a note. "Don't let bitterness outlive me." We looked at each other and smiled sadly. Months later, Brenda got a new job. Tiana started college. And I finally opened my own catering business, something Mum always wanted for me. Brenda showed up one afternoon with groceries. "For you and Tiana," she said shyly. I laughed. "Who are you and what have you done with my sister?" We both laughed until we cried. Tiana began mentoring young girls about self-worth. She said, "My childhood taught me one thing: never let pain make you cruel." Mum would have been proud. We organized a big family dinner, cousins, aunties, everyone. Brenda stood up and said, "For years, I blamed Monica. But truth is, I was just jealous." The room went silent. Then came applause. I raised my glass. To family, broken but not destroyed. Tiana smiled. And to Grandma, who taught us the hard way. Laughter filled the room. That night, I looked through old photos. Mum's face, stern yet loving, stared back at me. I whispered, "I finally understand you, Mum." We visited Mum's old house. It was empty, but filled with memories. Brenda whispered, "We should keep it in the family." I nodded. "Let's rebuild it, together." We repainted, replaced furniture, and reopened Mum's garden. Tiana planted roses, saying, "These are for Grandma." It felt like healing in bloom. Brenda became my best friend. We cooked together, laughed, and even argued, but lovingly this time. Pain had turned into purpose. A year after Mum's passing, we held a small memorial. Tiana read her favorite scripture, "Love bears all things, believes all things, endures all things." Everyone cried. I met someone, Eric, kind and patient. Tiana approved instantly. "Mum, you deserve happiness too." For once, I believed her. Brenda finally found love too. As I helped her into her dress, she whispered, "Thank you for never giving up on me." Mum would have smiled from heaven. Tiana got accepted into medical school. She hugged me tightly. "We did it, Mum." Tears of joy rolled down my face. We renamed Mum's house Harris Home of Peace, a shelter for young girls. Tiana said, "We'll help others the way no one helped us." At a women's conference, I shared our story. I said, "Forgiveness doesn't erase pain, but it frees your soul." The crowd applauded. Brenda admitted one night, "I used to pray you'd fail, Monica, but now I pray you succeed." I smiled. "That's growth, sis." Sometimes, I feel Mum's presence, in the wind, in the kitchen smells, in our laughter. Maybe she never really left. I wrote in my journal, "Dear Mum, I forgive you. You taught me strength through pain. I hope heaven treats you kindly." When Tiana walked across that stage, cap in hand, I shouted, "That's my baby." Brenda laughed. "You sound just like Mum." We returned to the garden once more. The roses had bloomed beautifully. Tiana placed a photo of Mum beside them. "Peace at last," she whispered. Looking back, I realized my only disobedience was choosing myself. Mum's anger, Brenda's jealousy, Tiana's pain, all taught me one truth. Family may break you, but love rebuilds you. And that is the price and the blessing of disobedience.